Hey guys, it's Kim here with part 2 of the video. I could not turn the camera around, so I have you in my hand now. I'm going to try to hold you as steady as I can. First off, to show you my filming setup. So I have a dining room chair up against my guest bed. This storage container has most of my DMC that's still in skeins from my master set, so any overages that I have. And then just a coin jar to help prop up my phone against it. My traveler's notebook with my notes. And then I always put my whips on one side and move them to the other when I'm filming. So, and then they're little project envelopes, project bags. And Pretty Little Paris is still out because I need to switch that one color in the pink tree. This is the quilt that I chose the colors for Friendship Compass to match. This was a wedding present from my husband's grandma. So that's on the guest bed. Now let's move you over to the closet. All right, let's see, back up here. So this is my Crafty Closet. This is my Supersized Color Expansion Museum Shelf. Just leaning up against everything, tucked in so I can still close the closet door. You can see the toddler size bed sheet does fully cover the fabric to keep the dust off of it. I'll move that out of the way so you can see everything else. Okay, in the gray polka dot container are all my whips. Not exactly everything, because the taller pieces that go on the 11 by 17 Q-snap as well as Trick or Treat are in a different area. So this is all the other ones with all their project envelopes. This is kind of miscellaneous. It has some of my Q-snaps, some extra finishing fabric, pictures for that I use in my videos, my stickers that I'm using for the national parks, just miscellaneous stitching stuff. And then over here, this is my fabric stash that is not dedicated to any one project. So you can see I don't have much because it all fits in this one little container. And I have it in bags according to fabric count. So as I pick a piece that I want to kit up, I can go immediately to whatever fabric count that I want and look for a piece of fabric. On top, these are my small FOs, my pile of shame, if you will, that have not been fully finished. Some of them I've shown you before. I've got fabric already picked out to finish them. There's a Halloween piece with the Halloween fabric. I just need to get out and do it. So they're in bags to keep them dust free or covered up. And then underneath I have a magnetic board with my excess needle minders. So, and then below this is just a storage shelving unit that I got at a like Lowe's or Home Depot or something like that. So miscellaneous charts that I'm meaning to sell that I finished, some finishing tools and finishing accessories. Over here, this container, that's my stash that is not kitted up. Those are all my patterns, books, magazines that is not kitted up. And for, there's one additional whip, that's a Big Red Ship of Life that for some reason I always keep it here instead of up in the polka dot thing with all the other whips. I got a folding table here that I use for the sewing machine and cutting mat, so I can pull that out whenever I need to. Yardstick. The container that I used for my filming setup that has my DMC and skeins also has my 3 cones of floss, white, black, and 3808. And anytime my bobbin runs out, I actually do measure out 8.7 yards to put a full skeins worth on the bobbin. I'm just nerdy like that. The rest of my floss down here. So I have, in these floss boxes, I have my mom's set, which is 2 of the boxes. This top one is the unmarked floss that I'm using for Templar Prophecy. There's one here of Anchor for a summer ball that I'm doing in all Anchor. There's one for specialty flosses that's anything I have left over from kits or any special fancy flosses that I have left. And And then there's also one from Sue, the 94-year-old Stitcher's stash that I bought. She had some American Thread Company and a different brand. So I have that in one. Here are my beads. This is my grandmother's stash in the bobbins that she hand cut. Just some cardstock. Back here in these white containers, there's more skeins from Sue. And I have an Excel sheet that tells me where to find all my floss, whether it's by color, and I know how many skeins of each color that I have. And I can either say, it either says mom or full, meaning it's in my storage container on the bed, or it'll say Sue, Sue full or Sue bobbin, and so I know where to find it quickly. Some more finishing items down here, cutting things. I've got my RIT dies and my glue. There's more scrapbook paper there I use for different things, and just some felt that I can use for either crafts with the kids or to finish the back of Mill Hill pieces. So I'm going to move you back up now as I stand up. Up above everything, I have a sewing machine. In the back there is a serger from my grandmother that I need to get serviced before I attempt to start using it. It's been sitting unused for over 10 years, so I know it needs servicing and lube. So here in the shoebox, and also right here, are all the cones of floss that she used for the serger, and then different sewing thread spools, different things for the sewing machine, and my my cotton to fill ornaments. We'll go to the other side of the closet now. So I still do have space in here for visiting relatives to hang up their clothes. And down here, so I have excess mounting board in different pieces. This storage container right here contains all of my kitted items with fabric. And you can see I threw what I intended as a New Year, New Start right there on top. But inside is all kinds of bags and stuff of everything that I had kitted. If you are a follower on Instagram, you'll see a couple days ago in my Instagram stories, I showed a picture of one of these of wrapping, gift wrapping storage containers at Walmart. They're not on sale, but they're only like $15. It's a really good way to store and keep your scroll frames dust free. So in there I have Trick or Treat. You see peeking out. This container is not big enough for my supersized piece, but that's Trick or Treat is 36 inches, just to give you an idea. And then I have my 11 by 17 in there with 3 whips that I interchange out on my 11 by 17. Up here, let me move the hangers out of the way. I think I saw this on Pinterest. A great way to store all your finishing ribbon and cording that you have spools of, just on a pants hanger, so I can pull it up and swing it out to take whatever I want to access. And then the rest of my FOs on hangers are stuck back here in the closet. So we have Stand for Freedom, Glendon Place, Take Me to Paris. I have these all on my blog that I haven't shown recently. Hogwarts travel poster. There's Friendship Compass to match the quilt. The back side of Wires of Pern, my design. Oh look, there's a Christmas one. It would have been great to have that finished. That's the back side. That's Christmas Rules by Lizzie Kate. And class schedule. We got some other things in there. Red, White, and Bloom. I think that's Country Cottage or Little House. And then R2-D2. So that's my crafty closet. That's how I have everything stored, and it's still functional as a guest room closet as well. There's still over half the space they can hang their clothes. And, you know, the grandparents weren't here for that long anyways. So, all right, guys. Have a good week, and we'll see you later. Bye.